Hello everyone, 𝕬𝖊𝖙', the doll maker apprentice. Welcome to Pondering Talk number 4. So this talk, I have looked at the topic that we're going to talk about today. And it's a good one that I'm really excited to speak to. For those of you who don't know, or maybe are just watching this for the first time, I am moving through a list of topics that I created in 2016, 80 different topics that I wanted to speak to at that time, and am now doing it in 2023. So, disclaimer, in all my videos, you will see my children, Saga and Tyr, and sometimes Freya, and sometimes Logan. Yeah, really. They're here with me. I'm a mother of 8. This is part of this channel, is the children are included in whatever way that looks like. And the doll maker apprentice, I am making dolls as I do these videos. So please, if you like these videos and you like these talks and kind of the framework of how I work, like this video, subscribe, and you'll get notified whenever I do a new video. So, yeah, sweetie. Okay, get your Zuma. So, this is the doll I'm working on. In the last talk, I shared with you guys that I was doing a custom doll for my daughter, Tova. She built this beautiful, or she drew this beautiful instruction manual for me to produce her doll. So I've been working on this doll, which is really quite uncomfortable for me because it's completely different than what I normally do. So today's topic, dun, 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 what is this topic? Affirmations, why they work and why they don't work. That's literally what it says on the page. So affirmations, most of you know what affirmations are, but I'm going to just recap for the sake of recapping. Maybe somebody watches this and doesn't know what they are. Affirmations are when we first person state something that we would like to embody, something that we'd like to portray or convey as truth about ourselves. So they're generally I am statements. The whole idea of the affirmations is that when we state something in first person, we are claiming it, we are owning it. And eventually, the more that we say these affirmations, eventually that they become part of the makeup of who we are and what we are. This is the idea of affirmations, which, I mean, makes sense, wonderful, beautiful, and works for many people. However, there are many circumstances where affirmations don't work, and I want to explain to you from what I've seen in my own spiritual practice and teaching and life and my own experience, right, is why some affirmations don't work, or maybe they don't work at all for you. So I want to dig into this because it's really big. If you have, if you're somebody who's like, yeah, I do affirmations all the time, but I don't think it's actually doing anything, right? Or not as much as maybe it has for other people, like something's wrong here. So this is it, okay? This is it. What I want to say to you is when we state an affirmation and we're claiming a truth, right? So let's use like, I am powerful, I am sovereign, I am clear, right? Powerful, sovereign, clear. We're claiming those things. Now, if those words that we're claiming, we're saying them and they don't have a place to land in our body, in our energetic field, in our emotional field, they won't stick, okay? So this is the thing about affirmations. We can put out anything we want into the world. That's fine, that's dandy, and there's benefit in it. But if our body doesn't have a place to receive that, doesn't feel safe to let in what we're stating, it's not going to integrate into our reality. And believe you me, this body that we have, even if we're spiritual, you guys, and even if we do somatic work and we understand the body, we can even go deeper. This body has blocks all over it. This body is a creation of our thoughts, our experiences, our emotions, our reality, and There's blocks inside of our body that we're not even aware of, right? So if the body's blocking something, right? First of all, usually it's the energies blocking something from coming into the body, right? So we're going to state something. I want to be, like, for example, I want to be an abundant, clear human being. And when I say a clear human being, right, it means that I'm not bogged down by thoughts, by weight, by other people's things, by my own manipulative games. A clear person is somebody who's just operating freely, right? That's what I mean when I say clear. And believe you me, there's not a whole lot of clear people out there because it's hard. It's hard to be free of the mind. But let's say that's my goal. I want to be abundant, right? Abundant. We all desire from our minds, generally, abundance. But now here's the question. Can my body feel abundance? Do I have a place inside of my energy that knows abundance? Then, if I do, can I drop in to that feeling? Can I drop in to that energetic state, right? So the first thing is, for many people, what you want, you desire, and you're putting out to the world, you may ask body, like, hey body, like, do I have a place for this? And you may get no. Your body may feel so unsafe that it gets tension and it clenches and it goes kind of all wonky, right? No big deal. Don't worry. Who scratched you?
A cat.
The cat? Oh no, the cat scratched her. So if you don't have a place for that to land and you come in there and you're like, holy crap, like I don't know how to do this, right? What you want to do is you want to ask your body, hey body, connect to it, tune into it, recognize that your body is a living, breathing, literal, physical part of you, right? You can talk to it, you can communicate to it. And you want to ask body, like, hey body, ooh, I'm trying to pull in abundance, but man, like you don't have a space for it. Can we make space for it? Can we let go of whatever's there blocking it? We don't even have to name exactly what it is. Can we let go and make room for it? And then, right, you drop in even more. This is apparently a theme in my teachings where I say drop in all the time. You drop in, shoulders back, energy back. Let it go. Let it go out. Whatever's there, you don't need to know what it is. Just let it go. Let it push out. And then now ask for that thing, that affirmation to become embodied. Friggy hurt you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad you're okay. Are you okay?
No.
Okay. So then you're letting that come in, okay? Beautiful. So our affirmations can't just go flying out to, the cosmos if we want them to actually work, right? Our affirmations have to have a place to come into our body, into our physical reality, and then outwards. So this is the other thing, okay? So we've made room for the affirmation, the I am statement, to live in our body. Now guess what? There's another component. This component is, now when we're operating in our world and in our lives, we have to make decisions and act, behave, think in a way that matches the I am frequency that you claimed and you've integrated into your body. Now you are responsible for making sure that you are operating in that frequency. So if you are saying I am abundant and you've made room for that in your body, and now you're going out into the world and you're wanting to purchase something that you're scared to purchase, or you're like, oh, that's too much, or da-da-da-da-da, but you put out to the universe, I am abundant. You've made room in your body for that abundance, but now you're blocking yourself from actually putting it out and physicalizing it into your world. So now you've got a big problem. Now you've just shut down what you've made room for in your body, right? You shut that down and you said that actually that's not true. You went back into lack, and that energy is now dominant, right? So it's not a big deal, but you have to go back in and you have to make the room again, and then you have to make sure you're acting from that place, right? And it really, I talk about practical mysticism. My teachings are practical mysticism, really. I take the mystical and I translate it into practical, because this is easy stuff, guys, but it's easy, but it's the gold of enlightenment. It's the gold of raising your consciousness. It's the gold to shifting your physical reality. So the affirmations, the 3 steps of those affirmations that I'm teaching here, or sharing here, is number 1, right? Putting it out there. Number 2, making sure that the body and the energy field can feel that frequency and has room for it. And then number 3 is being accountable for how you put your energy out into the world. Are you taking that affirmation, that claim, and living it and being it? And then number 4, I guess is another step, is correcting. Don't get mad at yourself. Don't feel down at yourself when you miscreate, right? Just go back in and do it again and be like, oops. This is something with, the people in my life, the people that I've worked with, even myself. When I slip up, it's like, oh well. Like, really, it's not a big deal. And we are so conditioned to be devastated by somebody's slip-ups or by our own slip-ups that we just shut down. And we can't change patterns unless we give room for the slips. Who? Go see what he's doing. Go check for me. Can you go check? Oh, you can't go check? Are you stuck? You're stuck. You have to be forgiving. And if you can't be forgiving, this is the thing. If you can't be forgiving to people outside of you, you can't be forgiving to yourself. You can't be. So I know when I hear people say like, oh, I have no time for this. I have no da-da-da-da-da-da, right? I know how you treat yourself. I know how you probably don't even have the balls to actually look honestly at yourself because you can't accept these things in your outer world, right? The flaws, the mistakes, how hard it is for people to change. And that's kind of a contradiction, because how hard it is for people to change and how easy it is, they're kind of the same. It is actually easy, but what's hard is the accountability. What's hard is doing in your life and taking accountability in a way that the rest of the world doesn't. That's hard. Because if you're going to look for what you're doing and even implementing these steps yourself, you're not going to see them very much outside. Not yet, but keep doing it and you will. Whew, so that's my thing on affirmations, why they work and why they don't work. Right? They work if we can embody them, if we can practice them. They don't work if we're just throwing them out there and then expecting everything to just fall together. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that at all. So even in my own life, I look at, some of the massive transformations I've had. I've had the experience, but then I'm responsible for following that up. I'm responsible for living that, breathing that, being that. Nobody does that for me. That is a choice I have to make. And that is inner strength. That's having, cultivating the strength to follow through with the experience, right? And one of the things that is so big in the spiritual community is people just chasing an experience to feel something, but then not taking accountability, not making the right decisions to progress them further ahead. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, that's my teaching on that for today. If I go to the doll making, so where I'm at with doll making today is I have a custom doll that I have to complete today. I don't have to, but I'm ready to. And she's like in my field. I'm feeling her, seeing her. She's ready to come to life. And then this doll of my daughter's, I'm plugging away at her instructions. Tova's 10 years old, and I will not be putting clothing on this doll until she's home, because literally, like, she has like 4 or 5 different colors she wants, and in a specific pattern on the doll. So, yeah, she's challenging me, which is good. Our children should challenge us, right? Yeah, I think, I don't know, I'm just trying to think if I have anything else to say today. Oh, you know what? I wanted to, in the last video, I talked about using tarot. And I talked about wanting to make that more of, you know, kind of a direction that I go with this channel. The Pondering Talks, these are a series, but I also want to do readings for the collective, and we'll see how it shapes. I don't know exactly how it will shape. So what I'm going to do right now, just to kind of get in the flow of it, is I'm going to pick one card that is relevant to those who are watching this video today. Just one card. I just want one. One card, one card, one card, one card. So this card is to just bring guidance, clarity, and when I pick it, I will channel into it a little bit and see where I want to go with it. Okay. Come on, that guy, you want this? Okay, take it over here. So it's not loud for me, okay? All right. So we are ready. I'm just going to make sure. Picking a card that is relevant. Oh God, my heart is beating. So this is probably a good sign. I'm a little bit scared, guys. I'm a little bit scared. To pull a card. This one right here. The Hanged Man. Okay, let me help you. Let me help you. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Saga. Saga. I know you can't. Okay, 1 second here. There you go. Okay. So, we got the hang up, okay? So, here we have a lady walking a tightrope with 2 roses in her hands, and underneath her is an alligator, and on the alligator are butterflies. Okay? So, this card, when I think of it in relation or feel it in relation to what I'm talking about, right? It's, don't be afraid to be scared, to be uncomfortable, to move in a new direction, right? This is essentially what this card is saying, is you're walking on a tightrope. Underneath you is alligators. They could bite you. They could get you. But at the same time, what's available to you is beauty, is expansion, is something really positive. So if you're on this channel and you're watching these Pondering Talks, subscribe. Please subscribe, because you're going to become more aware, more awakened, even more enlightened. But you have to be willing to walk this line. Nothing I say or any other spiritual teacher says is useful to you unless you practice it. You have to practice it, and it's going to feel like you're walking on something very dangerous, very scary. But this card also means you're ready, okay? And the 12, so 2 and a 1, 3, right, is about you expressing and being yourself, right? Your highest self, your true self, right? And the only way that he, she, they can come out is if you're willing to walk in scary ground. You're going to be scared, right? Any of these videos you watch with what I'm sharing with you, you're going to be scared. But guess what? You're always going to get through. The butterflies, right? I look at that as spirit, guidance around you. The more scared you are, you guys, the more risk you take to pull you in a strong direction, the more guided and supported you are. So please know that and trust in that, right? if we're not scared, we're not doing it right. Like, I'm scared doing these videos, you guys. I'm getting a little better. This is the 4th one, but there's still this like part of me that kind of wants to throw up sometimes because I'm digging into a list I wrote in 2016. And it's powerful, it's potent. These are teachings too that I kind of held quietly, and I'm not holding them quietly. I'm like unleashing them, which feels amazing, but also scary, right? My ego is challenged in some ways. And then this other part of me, my soul, is like, thank God. So for you, what is it that you need to step into that you're afraid of? And just go. Trust me, go. Like today, now. If you're watching and you've made it this far, 2020 when I said that, go. You got this. And I don't need to hold you. Nobody needs to hold you. Your husband doesn't need to hold you. Stop making excuses that the world isn't holding you. You have God, you have Spirit, you have Creator, you have a force holding you that is more powerful than any other force, than any person could absolutely ever give you. Trust in that. So with that, I'm going to conclude this. Much love to you guys, and we'll see you in the next topic of Pondering Talks. Subscribe to this channel. Trust me, you're going to get lots of gold here. Bye.